Hello, this is old Mr. Kent of MrKent.com, and this is not a paved road, but we're going to do some exploring, I think, on a road that I've been on a long time ago, and my son said it's been changed a little bit, so we're going to go take a look at that. And so it'll be a little bit bumpy ride, and hopefully the video will come out okay. And while we're going, I'll tell you another story. In my last video, if you're following my channel, that's great. If you haven't, in my last video, I talked about going to college and my first day in college and so forth. Well, when I went to college, I went to Western Washington University, which is in Bellingham, Washington. And my high school buddy, I think he kind of followed me, but I'm not sure. Anyway, he went there, and then we roomed together in the dormitory. Now remember, I said my folks were paying for everything. and so we were rooming together, and our room was on the second floor of the dormitory, and the dormitory had a flat roof. And as you came in the door of our room, at the other on the opposite wall was a window, and I don't know if it was for fire code or what, but it had one of those windows that you crank open and it opened horizontally, and it was big enough that you could crawl through. And so we were on the second floor, and so you had to be kind of careful, but if you crawled out that window and got out and reached up, you could get a hold of the edge of the roof. It had kind of a metal lip on it. Let's see, this is a better road over here. It had a metal lip on it, and you could crawl out the window, reach up, and grab the edge of the roof. And if you were agile enough, you could hang there. And then if you were really in good shape, you could muscle yourself up, throw your leg over the top of the roof, and climb up on the roof. And so naturally, that's what I learned to do. And this is not a good not a fun road. Anyway, so I could crawl out the window and get on the roof. Well, there was these two guys in this room across the hall, directly across the hall from us. They were nice guys and everything, but they were kind of rowdy. And I think we found a better road here. They were kind of rowdy and always making noise when we were trying to study and things like that. And so we got to know them. They were good friends. Boy, this road is no fun. Anyway, so we got to be friends, and so they kept bugging us, staying up late, partying and everything. And so we thought, well, we'll get even with them. And because they'd be out doing something, and then they'd come home and be noisy. And so one day when they were not, like they were in class or something, I climbed out the window, muscled myself up onto the roof, and walked across to the other side above their room, and looked down, and sure enough, their window was open. So I lowered myself down and got into their room, and that was pretty easy to do. And so then I opened the door and let Henry through. We went in their room. Well, then what we did was there was this big globe that was in the middle of the room. It covered the light bulbs, and if you broke that globe, it was a $25 fine. So we had to be careful, but we took the globe down, and then you had, I think, three 2 or 3 light bulbs screwed in. So we took the light bulbs out, unscrewed them, laid them on the bed, and then put the globe back on. And then I didn't have to go back over the roof. Then we closed their door. We locked the door and closed it, and went over to our room. So let me see, what do we got here? Actually, we could go over there, but interesting. Well, we'll go on down here. This is what the plan was. Anyway, so they come home, they turn the light switch on, and there's no light. But they figure out that the light bulbs are laying on their bed. So now the war begins. Anyway, so they discovered that that somebody had been into their room, and they knew who it was because we were always goofing around. So anyway, so that was okay. We did that a couple of times, and then one day I was walking down the hallway, and the janitor was coming the opposite direction, and he had one of those globes that was, oh, by the way, we removed their light bulbs several times. Anyway, so the janitor had this globe that was cracked, and I said, "What you gonna do with that?" He says, "Throw it away." I said, "Can I have it?" "Well, yeah, sure, you can have it." So I very carefully took it over to our room, and these guys knew that if you drop that globe and break it, it's $25 fine. So what we did, yeah, this is looking just like it used to. I don't know. Oh, I know, because there's a fence over there. I don't know if we'll get to that or not. Anyway, so when they were out of their room, muscled myself up over the roof, went down, got into their room. They always left the window open. Bunch of dummies. Anyway, I don't know if they ever figured it out or not. But they always left their window open. And got a truck over here or something. And they left the window open, so it was easy for us. So we get in there. Oh boy, that's kind of a steep thing. I don't think I want to go down there. We'll go over here and go this way. So, anyway, it looks like somebody's just parked there. So, they were gone, went across the roof, got into their room, took their globe and hid it in the closet. And then we laid the light bulbs on the bed as always, and then we stood on a chair and we dropped our cracked globe on the floor, and it shattered to pieces. Now, you know, when they saw that, they knew we were messing around and we broke their globe, and it was going to cost them $25. So anyway, I think I just turn around and go back, because I think we missed the place that my son was talking about. Oh, there it is over there. Okay, I think we found it. Anyway, so we wait. They come home. Lights don't go on. They walk across the floor to get the bulbs off the bed, and they feel crunching and stuff. And then they get the lights turned on, and here that globe is all busted up, laying on the floor. Now there's noise. Oh, they were mad. They came pounding on our door because now it wasn't funny, except to us. So they said, all right, now you guys look what you did, and so on and so forth. And so we pointed out to them, just look in your closet, everything's okay, and we'll help you sweep up the mess. So that's what we did. We swept up their mess and helped them get the globe back up when put the bulbs in and get it all done. And everything was fine. And as it turned out, they turned out to be pretty good friends. Let's see, go over here, take a look at this fence, because that's where they're cutting holes in this fence in order to get their dirt bikes through. So looks like that might be one there. Let me see here. Yep, I think that's where they. Yep, that's where they cut the hole in the fence to get through with their dirt bikes. So anyway, we made it to where we were looking for, and I told you a story. Those guys became good friends. I got more stories about those guys. So anyway, at this point, I've taken enough of your time. I want to thank you for watching my videos, and God bless.